Hey guys, Mike Glennon here, back with another Tech Tuesday here from Godson Precision Ag. And believe it or not, it is coming up to nitrogen application season. And so today I just want to take a second and walk us through what you see behind me here, which is the Y drop from 360 Yield Center. And really, long story short with this, what it does is it just applies your nitrogen exactly where your plant is going to need it most. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here. But, traditionally broadcasting nitrogen is pretty widespread, which in essence means it's farther away from the plant than where it needs to be. But the difference with the Y drop from 360 Yield Center is the fact that it will apply the nitrogen right where the plant will need it. And so let's take a look at it here and go over the setup of it and let you know what's a little bit different with the Y drop. So again, as we look at the setup here, you've got these drop hoses on either side here that come right down through the canopy, and that's going to be a big difference we'll talk about here in just a minute. But then they hit that Y-shaped outlet at the bottom, which I'll walk around and I'll show you here as you can see it. The hoses come down right in through here, drop back out, and come right back down into that Y shape. And then again, it goes out either side of those hoses and broadcasts it right at the bottom of the plant. And that's where the name Y drop come from. So, go riddle me that, right? But that being said, instead of concentrating the product in one narrow strip, it really just spreads that application around the base of the plant itself right into the root zone. And I'll show you here on this picture that we have that's blowing around in the wind. Sorry about that. But as I hold it, you can see it here. It'll come right down into the root system from your Y drop applicator and right down where the plant is going to need it most. And really why that's important, and honestly, because placement is a huge part of your nutrient efficiency, right? If nitrogen isn't placed where a plant can access it, you're going to lose some sort of investment through whether it's volatility, runoff, or just simply really not getting to the crop effectively enough. So this system helps place nutrients where they can be utilized faster and more efficiently. Now, another nice thing about the Y drop is the ability to be able to apply it later in the season, because these hoses, they move right through the canopy. Again, you can see it right there on the picture itself. They are lifted up. I mean, the actual unit itself is high up above the canopy, but then the actual hoses come right down into the bottom. So you still get that product down into the root zone where you need it without damaging any of the crop the way that some traditional systems might actually do that. And see, flexibility matters because especially in seasons where weather changes, which let's be honest, we're in eastern Colorado, it changes by the second, right? So whether it changes your plans or you just want to apply nitrogen more effectively, this gives you another opportunity to feed that crop when the demand is really ramping up. So that's another really unique advantage of this system itself. And again, there's different ways of applying nitrogen and dressing things up, but every operation has different goals. But what really stands out about Y drop is the focus on placement and timing. That's big, placement and timing. And it's designed to maximize your efficiency while helping protect your potential later on in the season itself. So again, you can see the setup there. And again, with the picture, you can see it. It just drops down right through the canopy so you can apply it later in the season. You don't have to worry about ramping up right now when maybe your emergence is just starting out or whatever it might be. You can wait for those plants to get a little bit taller and then again, put it right at the root zone itself when you're all set and ready to go. All right, you're going to have to forgive me for the wind a little bit, but I want to make sure I got outside here. It's a beautiful day, but also wanted to show you kind of in person what I'm talking about here. And another nice thing about these Y drop 360 from 360 Yield Center is the fact that, like we alluded to last week when we talked about the fast application systems or the fast ag solutions side dress applicator, they can fit on a wide variety of application setups and really just integrate into into what growers are using right now. So you don't have to go out and buy yourself a brand new system. The row units would just fit right on there, or in this particular case on this one, you would just be taking these coulters off here all along and just putting that Y drop system on there. And again, those hoses would come right out to either side and hit right at the bottom. So you can build a system around your operation itself. So if you already have a side dresser that you're using and that you love and has done a really good things for you, you don't have to worry about buying a brand new system just to be able to run these Y drops. You can put a lot of, or I should say you could save a lot of money by just putting the Y drops on what you already have, and all of a sudden you have a whole brand new operation that's going to be running exactly the way you want it, and probably even a little bit more in the way that you're going to be getting yield at the end of the season with what the Y drop is able to do. So at the end of the day, guys, with this Y drop system, it's about efficiency and timing and giving your plant what it needs when it needs it the most, because with the way input costs are nowadays, I think we need that now more than ever. Am I right? But if you have any questions about the Y drop or how it can fit into the systems that you already run, like we talked about, please don't ever hesitate to call us, text us, respond right here on social media. Let us know. We'd love to be able to chat with you so you can get out there and start doing your operation more efficiently and really just saving yourself time and a whole lot of headache come the end of the season. And let's be honest, everybody wants a little bit more yield, right? That being said, make sure you reach out to us, let us know, and we'll see you right back here next week on Tech Tuesday.